Pack your bags, we're headed on a big old ride, with dreams of sunlit shores and the open skies, from the hills of Cyprus to where the world collides.
All right, ready for a deep dive? We're about to time travel a bit with this one.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Yeah, so you're off to Pissouri, Cyprus soon, right?
That's the plan.
Well, this deep dive, it's all about this couple who actually moved to Pissouri from the UK back in 2006.
Okay.
But, and here's the twist, we're going back to 2003.
Oh, wow. So before Cyprus.
Exactly. We're talking pre-Pissouri life, a little glimpse into their adventures before they settled in.
I love it. It's like we're getting a sneak peek into what might have drawn them to Cyprus.
Right. And this particular blog post, it's about a trip they took to Tunisia.
Tunisia. Interesting. That's not exactly next door to Cyprus.
That's what makes it so fascinating. It's like a hidden gem within their story, you know?
Totally. I'm already hooked. So, Tunisia, 2003. What kind of adventure are we talking about?
Well, picture this. They arrive in Monastir, all excited for their Tunisian escapade.
Okay, I can imagine. The anticipation.
And bam. The airline lost Rob's luggage.
Oh, no, you're kidding. Talk about a travel nightmare.
Right. I mean, who hasn't been there at some point? It's like the ultimate travel test, how you deal with the unexpected.
So how they handle it?
They didn't let it ruin their trip, that's for sure. Instead of panicking, they went straight to the local souk to find Rob some new clothes.
Wow. That's one way to dive headfirst into the culture.
Right. Talk about a crash course in Tunisian life, haggling in the souk, soaking up the atmosphere.
I can almost smell the spices and hear the sounds of the marketplace just from your description.
It definitely sets the scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this sets the tone for the rest of their Tunisian adventure. From there, they head to Hammamet, which is this beautiful coastal town.
Hammamet, I've heard of it, known for its beaches, right?
Exactly. But even there, they stumbled upon something unexpected, something called the Saw Mountains.
The Saw Mountains. That doesn't sound like your typical beach vacation.
See, I told you, unexpected. And this is where the contrast of Tunisia really comes into play.
Oh, tell me more about this contrast.
Well, you've got these stunning beaches, and then boom, these rugged mountains rising up in the distance.
It's like two worlds in one country. That's incredible. It's amazing how a place can surprise you, offering hidden depths beyond the usual tourist attractions. I bet that's something you'll discover in Cyprus, too.
That's such a good point. It makes you wonder if that's part of what drew them to Cyprus in the first place.
Yeah, that desire to uncover those hidden layers.
Right. But anyway, back to Tunisia. After their mountain adventure, they did something completely different.
Oh, let me guess. They hit the beach, went for a swim.
You're close. They went to a traditional Tunisian spa.
Oh, wow. Now that's an experience. There's something so fascinating about traditional spa practices.
It sounds amazing, actually.
Yeah.
They describe these warm stone slabs, and the men in the group got these ritual washings.
It's not just about relaxation, is it? It's steeped in tradition, a way to connect with the culture on a deeper level.
Exactly. And while the men were at the spa, the women got their hands painted with henna.
Ah, henna. Such a beautiful and intricate art form.
And again, so deeply rooted in Tunisian culture.
It's like they got a crash course in Tunisian culture right from the start.
Right. But their adventure doesn't stop there. From the mountains, they headed to the coast again, to a charming port town called El Kantaoui.
El Kantaoui. So they really experienced the best of both worlds, the mountains and the coast.
Exactly. And El Kantaoui is where their luck takes a turn. Remember, it all started with that lost luggage mishap.
Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten about that. What happened? Did they find the luggage?
Nope, still lost.
Ah.
But on a catamaran trip, they had an incredible encounter with dolphins.
No way. Dolphins. Now that's what I call a travel highlight.
Right. Clear blue water, dolphins swimming alongside the boat, and a gorgeous sunset over the sea. It sounds magical.
It sounds like something out of a dream. I can see why they were captivated by Tunisia.
And to top it off, Rob decides to go parasailing.
Wow, this couple really embraces adventure, don't they?
They definitely do. But through it all, what struck them most was the warmth and helpfulness of the Tunisian people.
That's so heartwarming to hear, especially after that initial chaos with the lost luggage.
It seems like they really connected with the people and the place, you know?
It makes you think, what was it about Cyprus that drew them in after such a vibrant experience in Tunisia?
Yeah, that's the real head scratcher, right?
Yeah.
What makes someone trade that kind of energy for a place like Pissouri?
It's a fascinating question, isn't it? We see them thriving on the unexpected in Tunisia.
Bustling markets, hidden mountain retreats.
Exactly. And then they choose Pissouri.
Which, from their blog, sounds like this peaceful village nestled between the mountains and the sea. Quite a contrast.
It makes you wonder if maybe they were searching for a different kind of adventure. You know, Tunisia, that was exhilarating, but maybe they craved something a little more grounding.
So they got a taste of the whirlwind and thought, okay, time to find our quiet corner.
Possibly. And remember those contrasts they talked about in Tunisia, the serene spas versus the lively souks, those rugged mountains against the peaceful coastline. Maybe Cyprus, maybe it echoed that duality for them.
Ooh, interesting. Cyprus does have that blend, right? Ancient history, natural beauty, vibrant cities, and then those quiet mountain escapes.
Right. So maybe their Tunisian adventure, it opened their eyes to a different pace of life. Not better, not worse, just different.
Like they were collecting puzzle pieces of experiences, and Cyprus, it held the ones that fit.
It's an interesting way to think about it, for sure. And let's not forget, this is 2003 we're talking about.
Oh, right. Pre-smartphones, pre-social media.
They couldn't just Google, what's life like in Pissouri? They had to go with their gut.
There's something kind of romantic about that, don't you think? That leap of faith?
Absolutely. No online reviews dictating their choices. Just pure instinct and a sense of adventure.
Okay, but it's not just about where they chose, right? This Tunisian trip, it tells us a lot about who they are.
You hit the nail on the head. Their blog post, it highlights this incredible resilience.
Lost luggage, that near explosion in the market, they just rolled with it.
Exactly. They adapted, they found humor in the unexpected, and that says a lot about a couple, especially one about to move to a new country.
Talk about a crash course in going with the flow.
Right. It makes you wonder, what kind of traveler are you? What resonates with you from their story?
You know, it's funny, when you put it that way, it really makes you think about what kind of traveler you are.
Mm-hmm. Totally. It's easy to get caught up in comparing, right? Tunisia, Cyprus, two totally different vibes.
But like you said, it's the who that sticks with you. And this couple, they had that ability to just roll with whatever came their way.
And don't forget, this was a different era of travel. Think about it, 2003. No smartphones, no obsessively checking TripAdvisor for every little thing.
Oh man, that's so true. They were really flying blind in a way that we can't even imagine these days.
No curated Instagram stories, just pure, unfiltered experiences.
They had to rely on their instincts, their ability to connect with people, with the place itself, And maybe, just maybe, that's what made their journey so much richer.
Absolutely. There's a lesson in there for us, I think.
Totally. Yeah, technology can be amazing for travel, but there's something to be said for disconnecting, for embracing the detours, the happy accidents.
100%. It's in those unscripted moments that the real magic happens.
Those are the stories you'll be telling for years to come. Not the perfectly planned itinerary, but the time you got hopelessly lost in the Medina and stumbled upon the best hidden cafe.
Precisely. And who knows, maybe that's how they found their way to Pissouri. Maybe it was one of those chance encounters, one of those unexpected turns that led them there.
It's like they were collecting these little pieces of themselves along the way without even realizing it. And Cyprus, Pissouri, that's where the puzzle finally came together.
It's a beautiful way to think about it, isn't it?
So as our listeners pack their bags for their own Cypriot adventures.
Yes, to everyone listening.
Remember this couple's journey. Be open to those unexpected detours.
Embrace the contrasts, the unknown.
Because you never know. You might just stumble upon your own Pissouri.
Safe travels, everyone.
I do like flying where we never hide.
Out on the highway, chasing the tide.